What's going on? We're at an episode of Drunk in Public with you, Rita. We were supposed to do this a few weeks ago. I dropped the ball on that and I apologize. And still got your gift for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
But would you have a phenomenal store. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
So, tell me a little about you and about your store. How long you guys been here?
Been open for a year and a half now. And
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you very much. Had a great 1 year anniversary party. It was phenomenal. I couldn't ask for a better clientele. I had a good following.
Okay, nice.
Because
Yeah.
I used to work at a major grocery store here in town. I was the beer and wine consultant. So
you already had like a few friends and new people. People knew you.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then I'm from this town. My grandparents were sharecroppers outside of town in the 40s.
Well, you're from Forney. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm
I didn't know
old
that.
School. And then yeah, when all the kids left the farm, they moved in town. So even before I was born, my parents were out here every holiday, and then when I was born, of course, holidays out here. So we moved in out here in 76, excuse me. Yeah, 1976. So yeah, I was 7th grade. So yeah, that helped with customer base as well. And
local roots. That's nice.
Yeah, yeah. So a lot of people were telling me to open the store in other cities, like in Rockwall or Mesquite. But I wanted to be in Forney because I knew, I'd have a clientele, fan base is another term, I guess.
This is also your home.
Yeah, yeah. And there's times when I get a call at 7 o'clock in the morning to come take a beer delivery. So I wouldn't want to be driving over to Rockwall or up to Mesquite that time of day just to take a beer delivery. So
I like it though. You started where you start from, and in the future when your business grows and you could move over if you want to. Expand to a second store.
Yeah, yeah.
But
right?
I like the idea of staying in your hometown. I didn't realize you were from Forney. That's awesome.
Yeah. This is home.
Yeah. Well, this is my first time in this side of Forney. There's a newer development side that's growing for all the homes and stuff. Which I have a coworker who moved there.
Okay.
So I checked out her home, and this side and her side looks completely different. So it's
what neighborhood is she in?
I'm not gonna lie because I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Got bad memory, but it's here by the highway, and it's all the highway still under construction.
Sounds like Heartland.
That sounds about right, but
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
But it's just all houses and the highways on the construction still, so it's a little weird to get in there.
Yeah.
There's not much around there, but this side is completely different.
Right. Yeah. This is the older side. So.
And so for people who wherever Old Town, you have the Old Town feel for here. You got the older buildings. You have the mechanic over there with the old rusty car that I liked. I was looking at that car for a while, so I stopped at the light and stared at that car for a while. I thought that was cool. I'm from New York City, so I'm always intrigued when I see these little touches of historical places. It's been here for a while. I didn't know how long Forney was, how old the city is, but you could tell by the buildings that it's been here for a while.
Oh yeah, it's been here a very long time. Forney was a cotton town.
This was cotton
There were
brand.
4 gins at one time. 4.
Just in Forney?
Yes.
Oh,
and
wow.
We had a hospital and there were honky tonks and all kinds of stuff, way back in the day. And then I guess the wars came along and took people away, and then when they came back, they moved more into the cities and stuff like that. And then Forney started shrinking down. Well, now it's going back up.
It's definitely going back up.
Cyclical.
Yeah, I mean that's life. That is life. But I like it. Gives me reason to come out here. You give me reason to come out here. Other than that, I would have no other reason to be here, and I would have missed out on some great Mexican food. What is the name of the restaurant? I gotta give them
Oh yeah, Real Lerma.
Real Lerma. Really, first of all, really good choice of margarita. You wasn't lying. I don't know about the other ones he was recommending. That was a really good margarita.
Yeah.
That definitely woke me up. That helped wake me up.
Yeah. Do you have a bottle opener on you? We'll
Of
open
course.
something. We'll start.
Oh, so as we open it, we can talk about the little history of craft beer. So you worked for a store yourself, and you were selling craft beer. So that's how you started craft beer, or did you?
Yes. Yeah. I was more a wine person.
Wine.
And
I like
whatever
it.
you want to
No,
open,
your
feel
choice.
free.
This is my guidance into your world.
This is one of my all-time favorites, the Arrogant Bastard. This is
That's a great
bourbon
name.
barrel aged.
Oh wow, okay.
That's my happy place. Is bourbon barrel aged thing.
I think it smooths out the stouts really well.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the picture. I don't know, can't really see it well on camera, but I'll put a picture on there. But that's a beautiful. It's a nice, funny little logo they have on there.
And they always have a very cheeky message on the back, things about how you're not worthy and all that kind of
Okay, I gotta read it.
stuff.
I gotta take my time and read it.
Yeah, do that. It's one of my all-time favorites. And then, when they barrel age it,
Oh, such a clean color.
oh,
Look how beautiful that is.
yeah, that's lovely, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
So you're a wine person.
Yeah, I was more a wine person, and I figured half the job was beer, the other half was wine, and so I decided I better start trying all these different beers to find out
What you like and go?
and so I could talk to customers about them.
That well, it makes sense. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and I fell in love with craft beer.
Sound like me.
I did. So went to a brewery and. They gave me a sticker, and I said, "Hey, how about you put that sticker on my Jeep?"
So that's how that started.
That's how that started.
So-
Now the Jeep is completely covered.
I gotta take a picture of the Jeep so people can see it.
And look, my friends have been on vacation.
Oh, so you got more to put on the Jeep.
Yeah, now I got all those to get on there. Hi there, how are you?
Good, how are you?
What's going
Doing
on?
great. We're having a bit of a blog thing going on
Oh, yeah?
here. Yeah.
Quick podcast, recording, hanging out, drinking.
I'm actually listening to a podcast right now.
Oh, what do you listen to?
Accused.
Okay, that's good. A lot of my coworkers listen to it.
Yeah. Well, I did Up Advantage. That was great. And then I did Serial. That was good.
I haven't drank out of this yet. Would you like to try Angry Bastard? This is bourbon barrel aged.
So. Yeah, sure.
Salud.
Yes, cheers. Salute. Cheers. Oh, man.
That's pretty good.
I love
Super
that.
smooth, super clean. You can tell by the color. It's gonna be clean.
Yeah.
And what's the ABV on this?
Oh, I don't remember. I should know.
8.1.
Okay.
So
8.1.
super smooth for a higher, what you call a higher alcohol content beer. So you don't have no alcohol flavor at all, which
Yeah.
is always a good sign.
Here's the trash bin.
So, no, I like it a lot, and I'm definitely intrigued about reading the back of it.
Oh, yeah, you must. It's really quite amusing. I don't know who wrote it, but it's very good. Stone's a great brewery.
They're in Kentucky, right?
No, Stone is in San Diego.
Oh, I was completely
And-
off.
Yeah, I think San Diego, it seems like there's another location. I know that the guy, Greg, he's the owner, he also bought a place in Germany
He bought a place in Germany.
to start brewing beer over there. I
Mm.
believe it's an old gasworks plant. And I haven't heard anything about that in the last year or so, so I don't know where he's gotten with that.
Let me take it.
But do you know who Will Wheaton is?
No, ma'am.
From Star Trek? The Next Generation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they brew a beer with Will Wheaton.
Mm.
Yeah, it's called Woot Stout. I have that one too. So, but Stone's a great brewery. Great.
California does it well.
Oh yeah, they've got it going on out there, especially the San Diego scene all around there. Good stuff.
So the goal for us next year is a very simple goal. We're trying to save up money and start like a Patreon so we can get there. And the goal is to do a road trip from here to the West Coast to Chicago and hit as many breweries as possible on this
wow.
road trip. And so everybody's super excited about hitting San Diego, hitting California in general, and Oregon.
Yeah.
That's another incredible scene
Yeah.
that you get.
Oh yeah.
Before we get back on a little bit of your history,
Uh-huh.
I've been looking around. I've been eyeing some stuff to get. Like, so Great Ref, I like that IPA. It's one of the few IPAs I like. Just straight regular IPA. It's one of the few ones I like. But then I was looking at the Clown Shoes up there, a bunch of barrel days over there. They got a Brainless Passion.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one right there too.
And that Rogue Paradise Pucker.
Yeah, that's a good one there too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Scotch Silly up on the top. And,
Coconut Victory from Ballast
Oh,
Point. That's a
yeah.
really good one right there too.
Yeah.
You have a really nice collection.
and mead. There's nowhere else I don't think in this whole county that you can get mead.
I've tried mead, like homemade mead once.
I'm not a fan. It's too sweet for me. But I appreciate them for what they are. I mean, I have some that are in cans over here that are off dry, so they're not as sweet.
Okay.
Because the really sweet ones are just not my thing.
It's
But
always
I-
traditionally supposed to be sweet. That's how meads are, like sweet.
Well, you know, it's like wine. It is wine. It literally is wine. So
Mm.
they can make it sweeter or drier, and like ciders too. They're made from apples. Apples are sweet, but they can take it and
Dry.
make it less. And hey, brewed IPAs are the new thing.
I don't understand. I don't understand the phase of dry. I was never a big fan of dry wine. So I work at a country club too,
Okay.
and we had to learn the different parts of wine. I never got into it.
Okay.
Unlike craft beer, I tried wine, tried all types of wine. Was never a big fan.
Okay.
I could drink it, and at the time when I was doing full time for a job, I could had the basics down
Okay.
and guide the basics.
Mhm.
But then craft beer is different because there are, I feel, way more diverse ranges of flavors that you can match way more in people's palates
Yeah.
into their comfort zone.
And it's way more difficult to talk about and all because wine is very complex. There's no two ways about that. But Cabernet, you pretty much know what to expect.
Mhm.
You know, now then that's when the terroir comes into play. You know, where it's made and various things, and of course the winemaker and stuff. But yeah, beer to me is more recipes.
Yeah,
And
I could definitely see that.
anybody that cooks knows what you can do with a recipe. You just add a little more of this or a little less of that,
Let's see what happens.
and it's completely different. So yeah, all the different stouts out there,
All the
they're
different-
not
yeah.
all the same. There's
No.
such a great difference.
It's beautiful, and reason why I like it more and why I more fondly talk about beer, of course, besides the show, is that it fits people's palates more. You can find something in your range. Now, it's not saying you don't have to like it either, but you have more categories and ranges where wine, believe it or not, has I think 10 different 10, 15 categories. It's the wine chart of from dry to sweet. There's so many in between, right?
Yeah.
But overall, in my opinion, I just think there's three. You got your super dry wines, you got your super sweet wines, and then you have the middle. That's a good combination. Now, they all have different levels and different names to it,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to act like I know them. But they basically is what it is. You have your super sweet wines, then you have your super dry wines, and then you have red and whites, but that's it. There's no really, you have to learn to like it.
Yeah, all my wine consultant friends would be cringing right now because yeah, there's over like 10,000 varieties of grapes.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to in North Texas. There's a winery. We're gonna try to figure out a time and go out there and hang out with them and learn a little bit more.
yeah,
So-
who are you gonna go see?
I had left the business card it's on my email. I'll talk about it after this. It's on my email. I'm not even act like I can remember.
Okay,
It's,
fair
I just look at my email
Yeah.
and I tell you. But wine is complex. But
It is.
I feel like there's just three major groups, and that's shortening it. Yes, by a great deal. It's like making it a complicated situation real simple. But in my opinion, I think that's basically the variance. With beer, you have same thing, tons of different categories, but people are now tailor making to what they like, and then that fits more people. You have your IPAs. Now, I'm not a big fan of IPAs, but there's sweeter IPAs, there's well balanced IPAs, there's hoppy IPAs, there's dry IPAs,
Sure.
and that's all just one style. Same thing with stouts. I like stouts because they're a little bit more sweeter, a little higher ABV, and I just feel like I don't know, it sounds weird, but it makes me feel better. Like when I drink it, I feel like I'm drinking it and I enjoy it. It just has better feel overall, and that's a weird thing to say, but more than that, like an ale, it feels light. I don't feel like really I'm drinking anything,
Yeah.
with an ale, but it is what it is. But again, there's multiple variants in there, and
Yeah.
I feel like it matches more people.
I do feel like yeah, they do more things with it because yes, they do put chocolate in wine, and yes, they do put other ingredients and change the flavors and move
Yeah.
those around. But I think they do that way more with beer, like you're saying. I think beer is just so much more diversified, and the wine companies are now putting wine in IPA barrels and various things and
Try to change up the flavor
so
profiles.
yeah, they're doing things like, I mean, it's interesting. I have wines that are barrel aged now. They're putting those in whiskey barrels, and
I've never heard of that one. Okay.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have one.
You have a barreled aged wine
yes.
in a whiskey barrel because they're already barreled aged
It's-
themselves.
phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get you a taste
Oh,
of it.
thank you. Yeah.
I've got it open over here. I can't release it over here, over there, another over here.
No, that's perfectly fine. That's interesting. So that's I'll wait for you to get back here so I can ask questions. Now I'm just all intrigued. I'm like, wait, how does the profile work?
This is one of the most amazing wines I have ever had. And it's probably saying something about my palate there. But this is what it is. Cooper and Thief.
Cool. That's a great. First of all, that's a great list. Cooper and Thief. Never heard of the company before. Again, I'm not into the wine scene as much, but that's a great name.
And people love the shape of the bottle, which,
Unique.
you know, it's not really about the bottle, but, you know, it does come into play.
It's eye catching. It's
Yeah,
different from
yeah.
the tons of shelves of the same size wines. You see a little baby wine bottle, even though it has the same amount, it looks different.
Right.
I like it. So, aged 3 months in bourbon whiskey barrels. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Like, I'm gonna put it up here so they can see their logo.
I love this wine. It is so jammy, and just you get nice vanilla notes and the toastiness from the wine barrel. And the
It
whiskey.
smells sweet. So this is intriguing. Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
That's one of my best sellers. I almost always have a bottle of that open on my desk because once people taste it, even a red person that doesn't like red wine winds up buying it.
I was about to say I'm about to get that on my little shopping cart list that
Yeah.
I'm been eyeballing around here.
It's amazing, isn't it?
That is extremely smooth. Now, the most complain people who don't drink, like the wine, you have the wine flavor. Of course, that's there. But the vanilla that you smell that makes it sweet, it comes through clean all the way through from start to finish.
Yeah.
And it helps with the wine flavors. And you have that nice little bourbon feel of the like little burn, but it doesn't. It's not alcohol. It doesn't feel like an alcohol burn. That is delicious.
And it's 17%.
That's it. Oh my god! I didn't even noticed that. I was just looking at it. This is, yeah. If they're doing stuff like this with wine, they have to. But the funny thing about it, craft beer is growing so rapidly in the market that everybody's keeping an eye on it. Even the major beer companies are trying to do barreled stuff now.
Oh, I've got a Budweiser that's been in a Jim Beam barrel.
Yeah.
Budweiser. In a Jim Beam barrel.
You know, they got knocked off for #1 a couple of years ago, and they've been scared ever since. But so I wanted Cooper and Thief. I want to make sure I talk about you guys again, and
Hi there.
it's delicious. I'm definitely gonna get me a bottle on this. I gotta get one for my mom to try it.
That's phenomenal, isn't it?
Oh my god, that's really good.
Yeah.
That's something I would never have guessed. And that vanilla I didn't think will seep through because wine is very overpowering itself, but that seeped through wonderfully.
Yeah, I love that.
Man.
Hey there. Y'all talk. I'm gonna be busy.
It's work
How are
time.
you getting out of this?
I think she is. So we're jumping back into this. So
Well,
Sorry.
we switched on you
Yeah.
there real quick.
We
It's like,
swi-
let's talk about her establishment, the beer she likes, and then now it's like,
now we switched
She's
it up.
busy.
So
Okay.
excuse me, your name?
my
I'm
name,
sorry.
yeah, and you, do this again, I'm bad with names. Eric
Eric
Bitton.
Victor Santana.
Victor Santana, nice to meet you, Victor.
I'm bad with names too.
Okay, well, I'll remember your face till the day I die.
Same
but,
here.
yeah,
Every time I see
name.
it, we walk around somewhere, I'm like, I know that guy.
Yeah, and I'm like, introduce yourself, so I can,
My co-host is using that guy. He's like, my name's Andrew. We haven't met. What's your name? And I'm like,
thank you.
got it.
Thank you. Exactly.
So famously, I met. I saw a Manhattan Project somewhere around here. I saw like a can, and damn, I'm forgetting his name right now. Carl.
Honestly, I haven't met, I've seen pictures of the guy, but I haven't
Carl.
met him.
Damn it, I'm
personally.
so sorry. Anyway, as I forget his name right now, great guy. Him and his wife are the best. Misty, I will never forget her name because she apparently is the boss, and I like her a
Of
lot.
course, that's usually how it works.
Yeah. But so in my old studio setup, we had a monitor and it had everybody's names. And I literally met the guy that day, put his name on the monitor so we won't forget his name. Show starts, and I look at him and I call out the wrong name. Behind him was the monitor so I could make sure I could see his name. And my engineer, looked at me, he was like, "You have a monitor."
It's behind you, or it's in front of you. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, no, it happens for sure, and I'm just as bad for sure at that. But Victor, they say use it. They say use it.
Use it 3 times.
Is that it? I
Three.
just always remember them say after you get the name, and you go, so Victor, what is it that you do? Victor, and just keep
It's the acronym.
hammer that in your brain.
Yeah, and it does work. I believe it or not, it does work because when
Does
I
it?
do it,
I've
it
got to
helps.
do it.
It helps. Now I may still forget your name,
That's cool.
but it helps. What really helps is when you. So like I did my first live event because we're trying to transition to like festivals and showcase this beer festival. There's more than just people getting drunk, and it really is. People get drunk. We all get drunk at these beer festivals.
Yeah, I mean,
But there's a lot of things to learn.
Right.
A lot of things to hang out.
It's usually a journey you go on, and then by the end of it, you're like, dang.
I'm gonna get an Uber.
Exactly. A lot of great, and then you're hoping your notes or your untapped and everything is documented from your experience.
The funniest thing is you can see the journey of the documentation from start to finish.
As it starts going south,
It gets less descriptive. The pictures get a little more blurry.
pretty soon,
Then it's nothing.
you're like, I gave it how many stars? Or how many whatever taps? I can't remember how they document, little round do
Yeah, but it does help. Like another thing is when business cards, you write.
Yeah.
I say, Eric, so what do you do? Oh, you have a family? How many
Right,
kids you
right,
have?
right,
So you have 3 kids. And what I learned, because
Write that on the back of the business card?
businessman, yeah, I was a businessman. He said you write keynotes, 3 kids.
Right. And you go
Married.
back to him, so how are the kids?
Exactly.
You look like a...
You
Yeah, I
should-
saw that. I saw that on Office, actually.
At the Office is a classic show. Classic show.
That's what old Michael Scott, for sure. I think he has these little handwritten notes. He was able to be like Mr. Smooth. Not that Michael Scott and Smooth are synonymous.
It goes
but-
hand in hand, sir. Hand in hand. No, so I don't know. I did this things work, but you.
Okay.
So you work. You're a brewer.
I am, and I currently I've just recently gone to part time with Texas Ale Project.
Nice.
My partner's still full time at Noble Ray. Small brewery in Dallas. They do some more creative stuff. Texas Ale is more traditional stuff, not really anything too crazy exotic, but
They're right down the street from each other,
solid.
though.
They are relatively close. So, anyways, yeah, that's he's got, I don't know, 15 plus years experience commercial brewing. We both homebrewed, but as far as commercial brewing, I'm probably on 2 years now. But I
okay.
worked from volunteer. I just started I career changed. I was like corporate America type person.
Don't tell me
and
you were
never
another
was
lawyer.
happy. Well, no, not a lawyer. No. And I was actually in oil and gas, and I was just never truly happy. But I had
Fair enough.
passion. One of them was beer, craft beer, homebrewing.
Nice.
So then eventually I got to a point in my life where I was able to step away and say, you know what, there's happiness. Happiness is different to everybody. But what's the dude, guy from Boston Beer Company?
Are you talking about
Boston
Sam
Beer.
Adams?
Well, that's a beer. Sam Adams Lager is one of the beers from Boston Beer Company, but the dude, I just went blank. But the guy started that. He was like, they say, do
The guy from the
something you love.
commercials?
You never work a day in your life or something. You
I
follow
always-
your passion.
That's it. I've never realized he said that. I always equate that to
Isn't
Steve
it a
Jobs.
commercial?
Oh, I always equate
I'm sure Jobs was he probably coined the phrase, but anyways.
A lot of people say that as the line.
I mean,
that Steve Jobs says a really passionate speech at a college address. I forgot what they call it.
Cool.
But anyway, he was addressing
like
graduating college kids,
right.
and he has a really elegant way of putting it. Similar thing.
Of course.
Find something you love, you never work a day in life. Very eloquent, but they don't say what they say that, and is you work harder for things you love, and you work in constantly.
It's a double-edged sword, right?
But you're not complaining about it because it's something you choose to work to do.
There you go. Exactly. If you're gonna if you're a hard worker anyways, you might as well be doing something that you love. In my opinion, at least for me, it works. So I kind of I got to a point and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start volunteering. Start showing up.
Okay, well,
I started showing up. But because they had an opening, and I had buddies in the industry, and I was just like, hey, and they're like, well, they might be hiring, and I was like, well, I don't have any experience. I'm career changing. I'm older than the average person coming into this, and they're like, oh, just go over there, and I just showed up. I was like, hey, what's up, so and so, and introduced. Actually, my partner right now introduced me to them and said, oh yeah, yada yada yada. I wouldn't leave. I became kind of they finally felt guilty enough to start paying me because I was doing so much, and I just kind of busted my ass and continued to try to. I always had a strong work ethic, so yeah, I worked my way up to the brew day.
Nice.
I know, and it was insane, and I did it in a short amount of time. Turnover helped with that a little bit. People leaving to pursue other things, and
give
but
great
at the same
opportunities,
time,
yeah.
I had my hand in everything in production, from sweeping floors all the way to the brew day. So it's really cool that I can go in and pretty much handle anything from managing the tanks to packaging. I was a packaging manager. I had to learn to run a canning line.
Goddamn,
And then
okay.
all the orders that came in, getting those ready, plus a canning line, but just juggled because it's a small business, small family company, and you wear a lot of hats.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of experience in a very short amount of time. And my dream was always when I did that, was to like eventually do something for myself. But I figured if I ever wanted to be respected the way I want to be respected, and to know and I guess increase my chances of success, or at least I felt like that, I wanted to be able to do every single job.
You gotta
in
learn
production.
it. Fair enough. Yeah.
So I've been there. I've walked in those shoes. You get a lot of people that never do that, and they hire people to do it, and then they come down on them, but they don't truly understand what they deal with on a daily basis. So it's really hard to manage somebody. Even though a lot of managers do it, a lot of owners do it, it happens. They just say, well, do it. I'm paying you. Get your butt in there. I don't care. I want to hear you crying. Versus like, hey man, I understand what you're going through. Yeah, let's not do it that way. Let's do it this way. Or let's be smarter about this, or something along those lines.
Everybody's people, right? Everybody's
right.
a person, and not everybody has the same experience.
Exactly.
You have the experience. Well, first of all, phenomenal journey on that. So congratulations on the promotion, number one, and you're getting paid now. So definitely congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Number two is when you have the physical experience.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have that, you become a better manager.
Point. Yeah. Totally.
And then you become more sympathetic, and then you realize through your workers, like, okay, I can lean more on him because I see it. Now this person is a hard worker, but he only wants to do what he knows.
Right.
Same person.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be moving up. This guy's gonna
Gonna
his
rely on
comfort
more.
zone. You like staying in it.
And we're good. We're gonna keep him happy.
Everybody's happy.
Let's keep him happy.
Exactly.
Hey, but you need to see that versus, and that is again, everybody's a person. Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes you're gonna look at someone who's been here for 5 years and be like, you've been here for 5 years. Come on, do more things.
Right. Take on more ownership.
Yeah.
Take on more things. But some people,
Don't want
they're
that.
happy in their, comfort zone. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They do what they do, and it just. What I have noticed though in my career, just not only this industry but others, and this is a short career in this one, but is that the more you put yourself in uncomfortable positions, the more opportunities that come your way, and you grow as a person. As a worker.
I 100% believe that. I didn't believe that for a very long time. That's why it took me a long time to grow in my career until
It's hard. I mean, just growing as a human and getting out of your comfort zone.
That's the big thing. And so my journey was not as beautiful as yours.
Well, no. We all got beauty in our journey. It's just in different ways you look at it.
As far as work, but I'll tell you this: I always was good at my job, and I was always had multiple hats. And it's not to be braggadocious, but I was good.
Yeah.
But I always had a great trainer and a great team around me who supported me and taught me. Right. So that all goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Hard work, good team to train with, and then
good environment for you to thrive and work.
But my biggest problem was I never put myself out there as much.
Yeah.
I take a lot of risk on things at work, and I always got passed up on job opportunities, and I was not a great team lead.
Yeah.
I was a very poor management skills.
I've been there.
Until I left my job that was there for so long and started putting myself on the front line and failed at multiple things constantly, then realizing that I don't know everything. The books don't know everything. Life happens. Now those failures happen. Then when I started rebuilding a new team, now I'm more understanding because I've been through it, and then I can let them know, I don't know that, but you seem to have a better idea. Let's try it out. Let's figure it out. Let's work together on this.
Right.
If anything goes wrong, I'll take the fall for it.
There you go. That's awesome. That's a special type of manager because you've been able to, you've been there. You've fallen and you've learned the overall, I don't know, just like clarity and understanding and empathy or sympathy and empathy toward the situation, and like just I don't know. I just think there's a lot. We got really deep here, man.
It's not about beer right now. Not at all.
It's about life.
It is, but life is important, and it's gonna this long segue is gonna lead to something very important at the end of the day.
You're gonna spin that bad boy right back, connect it back in. But anyways, yada yada yada. So, yeah, life's a journey, a lot of challenges, and I think if you put yourself out there, the more you do and fail. And that's one thing. I was always scared to fail.
Same here. This
is going to be the biggest thing I've ever done besides just working through something that I've done. But this is going to be my final, like, I'm not just going to go kick the wheels and say, oh, yeah, someday I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to go fall on my face if I have to, or I'm going to kill it.
And a perfect segue to you opening a gastropub?
Well, we've got a few concepts that we're working on.
So, not the gastropub, but you're hoping to open up.
Yeah, brew pub.
At
least that's going to be our TABC classification per our permit.
Okay. In Forney.
In Forney, or just outside of Forney, depending on the powers that be and the location, what falls into place. But we're looking at a few of them, and we're really excited because we feel this area is severely lacking in entertainment options, but yet the population keeps continuing to grow. And I mean, you have a shop like this that's actually thriving when, I don't know, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that would have been unheard of, craft beer.
Yeah, I think 10 years ago, craft beer...
Or 5, whatever. You know what I mean?
No, fair enough. Yeah, definitely.
So we're putting a lot of faith in our abilities, and we're putting faith in our knowledge, and
taking a risk.
And our hope. We're taking a risk because some people look at us like we're crazy. They're like, why? What's out there? Why would you do that? Once you meet people out here and you realize that you get people from all over, you get people with different walks of life that have come and looked for good schools, or just to get a little bit outside of the metroplex, our big city, or looking for a little bit more affordable living. But they do have really good schools out here, so there's a combination. So you get a lot of people that come out here and build a house instead of buying in the market. It's really hot right now. It's really tough to get a really good house, especially if you're a family guy. I've got 2 kids.
I have a coworker here that just moved to Forney.
Okay, so there you go.
She's bought it for her family, and they moved out here. And there's nothing. Their side of Forney is by all the new houses and by the highways on it.
There's a lot of new houses. Are they north? Are they that way?
Yeah,
or this way.
That way.
Okay, so north of 80.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so there's a new high school up there. Well, I say new; it's probably relatively new, but yeah, they got a second high school. So we're growing out here.
Yeah, everything's growing out here, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
And it's the thing about it. If you would ask me, should people open a brewery in Forney? I don't know. I'm not in the community, but I don't see why not open a brewery anywhere in your community. It's your community.
Yeah.
If you know the people, you live there. Why not?
Right.
And then everybody likes good drinks.
Yeah.
Will it be a brewery? Will it be a place like this? Will it be a restaurant?
Well, yeah.
If you're good at what you're doing,
any of those you can.
And you want to
build
try
it, they will come. Like some people like to say, if you build it, they will come. And we want to make it like a destination. That's our goal. And that's the people we're talking to. That's where we're looking at. Like, it's not just going to be us. There are going to be other options around that bring people to say, okay, hey, we can go out there and catch a really good meal, and then also get some drinks, although sit outside, hang out with the family, as well as catch some live music. Throw some bean bags, cornhole, washers, that vibe.
Axe throwing.
Yeah, axe throwing. I mean, that's for at least over 17, 18 or so.
One beer only.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's before the drinking begins.
I need to get you one.
But whatever. So yeah, we're looking at a few things, but right now, it's either determining whether we're going to be inside city limits or outside of city limits, and that will determine whether we're going to have food or not. Food, restaurant, that's gonna, my partner's got a wife she is just amazing chef, and she's decorated. She's got won awards, and she's got a following, and she's already got a business. They have another business where she does baking and other English. She's English. It's called Proper Baking. Tina Miller for Proper Baking, shout out.
Tina Miller.
She's really good at what she does. They do pop-ups all over Dallas for breweries and for other events, and
nice.
anyways, I'll let Tommy. Tommy can speak for days, bragging about his wife, and if I knew more, I would.
But that's what you want to. You want to brag about your wife.
But yeah, exactly. So if we have to go down that route, she'll be definitely the food, and we'll bring some quality food out here along with our quality beer. But
Check
but
out
yeah,
quality glass.
But yeah,
fancy.
Our name being Ethos Brewing Company.
Ethos.
Ethos.
Ah, that's a great name.
Thank you.
That's a great name.
And here's a little snapshot of kind of what our
I love that logo. It works. So
it's spelled. You can find Ethos in that whole logo.
the spelling, the H, you got the E, you got the
S is a little stretched, but you can, if you're imaginative, you can
I'm
get in there.
I'm seeing the S. See, I was going to ask you was with I like the logo, but I was going to ask you, but now that you say you can see the name in it, yeah, the T, the E, the H, the O, of course, and the S, yeah, I can see it. But whoever came up with that's a phenomenal idea.
There you go.
Oh, thank you,
We're
man.
excited, and I mean we've got a little ways to go, but we're looking forward to it. And
This is a good host right here.
I know
Snacks.
she's great. Seriously, this is like her second home because she's always here.
My first home, pretty much.
Oh, first home. Well, I meant like you don't have your patio here or your
Oh, that's
porch,
true.
so this is that.
Not
other
yet.
home. Not yet. Yeah, exactly.
True that.
But anyway, so yeah, we love the fact that she's here, and we kind of we have the same love and passion for craft beer.
Absolutely.
So
That is
but
good.
yeah.
So this is Goodwood.
Never heard of them
It's
before.
Yeah, bourbon barrel aged stout out of Louisville, Kentucky.
I see, finally Kentucky. I said Kentucky earlier. I was way off. I said this was from Kentucky. She's like, no, San Diego. I'm like, well, I was so close.
It's in San Diego, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I thought-
It's San Diego County, Escondido, which is not necessarily technically San Diego proper, but whatever.
I've
For
never
people
been
in
to
Texas, you just say
California.
San Diego.
Like Riverside, all those outside cities
Oh
outside
yeah,
of it.
Orange
It's-
County and stuff.
It's the same
or whatever.
shit.
There
It's
you go.
all San Diego.
Gotcha.
There you go.
But no, Kentucky. So I was a psychic. I just called it one beer early. It's solid. I do enjoy, and I just have one sip, so I don't want to overstate that I enjoyed this one more so far. But I feel like I'm leaning towards. And I also read the back of it. That's hilarious. Don't touch me. Don't pick me up.
Dude,
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
any of the stone beers always have a huge write up.
Yeah.
So
That's what she's saying. I was like, so when I had some time, I started reading. I was like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fabulous.
yeah.
And I just love the cheek, you
I
know.
wish I had half the mental or the ability to do that.
I'm not well read, so I can't do things like that. So
Oh, me neither.
So my engineer, he's a great guy. He's a really good friend of mine. He's really well read. So when he writes jokes or write things for like when we had sponsors and stuff, he'll come up with a
He
line.
articulates it well.
Yeah, and I'm just like, how did you come up with it? And I was like, did you make that up? He's like, no, it's from so and so book. I'm like, I just twisted it for us. I'm like, okay, got it. Yeah, I'm not that smart. I didn't go to college.
And no plagiarism going on here at all.
No,
Paraphrase. It was paraphrased.
he was paraphrasing it. He did twist it. He did change a lot of the words. But no, this is really good. I just feel like it's lighter, and why I don't.
I don't get as much barrel in that one, as opposed to some other barrel age that I have. But I had it back there and it was chilled, and so I thought, what the heck was? Yeah,
why
you know.
not?
You don't get the bourbon. Yeah, the bourbon's much, but you do get wood. I'm getting wood.
Yeah, definitely smell it.
Not literally, figuratively.
Maybe, we don't know. That's why you have a table
Well,
between
I need to
everybody.
have a few more drinks. I need a few more drinks before that happens.
That's how the two kids happen.
Yeah.
But no, it's a really good beer. It's a solid beer. It's
Yeah.
I just feel like it's lacking something, and I can't pinpoint what is lacking. But it's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong
So
with it.
yeah, that's what's great about beer. It's very subjective, and everybody's palate's different.
We were
Yeah.
talking about how it's so diverse as opposed to like wine. And I know wine is extremely complex and very diverse as well, but beer's recipes, and any cook can tell you they could take a recipe in so many different directions by adding or
Totally.
deleting or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I made a silly post today about Frito pie. And if you were on a cooking show and you were asked to make an elevated Frito pie, what would you do? I got a lot of responses.
One was from my buddy, and it was very creative. And
Was
he's-
he the one that said make the the dough out of the crusher.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing. That was the best one.
Yeah.
Now see, he was the
If
most
you follow him on
innovative.
Facebook, he always creates some amazing. He's always cooking at home, doing these things on, showing you what he made. And I'm like, dang, dude, I'm gonna hire you to come cook at my house for me and my family because.
It's levels to this, right? I thought I was a good cook, and I'm a decent cook. I got followers, please, and I know what I like, so I could cook for me, and I feel like I'm decent. My roommate, again, levels to this thing. He looks at his kitchen, he's like, I'm missing something, but we're gonna fix this. We're gonna figure it out. And then he come out, he has a freaking 5-course meal that's phenomenal. And I looked at the same kitchen, I'm like, I can make 2 dishes out of here.
Yeah.
But he also has 4 kids, so.
You eat at home a lot when you have 4 kids, unless you're,
and you know how to make
unless
adjustments.
You're a doctor or a lawyer.
Or
just independently wealthy somehow.
That would be nice. That'd be novel.
that would be nice.
But
yeah, so why? So I want. What your take on? Because we talked about it earlier. I think I tried wine a lot when I was bartending. And I had to learn how to drink wine. At least learn the basics, right? And that's all my extent. So I'm not really well versed in wine. I know the basics. I know there's different categories, but basically you got from your dry to your sweet, then your reds and your whites, and then there's different categories amongst those tons of categories. But I feel like that's the base blocks, and it doesn't really vary from there. Besides this one that I just had today, which fucking blew my mind.
yeah, the most creative, the crazy stuff that I see in wine is when you start getting to the fruit wines that are actually made from the fruits. And that's where it gets pretty crazy, but a lot of people don't. I don't think that moves a lot. Grape is kind of the one fruit. I guess that's fruit too, but I meant like the non-grape fruit.
we know what you meant.
Like
we know what you
strawberry
meant.
wine, and people like I had a buddy in college that his grandma always made some, take whatever fruit and create a wine out of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty smart.
I
It's pretty smart.
carry a good line of fruit
Of
wines.
fruit wines?
I
Yeah.
really do. Yeah,
Awesome.
apple and peach.
Do they are they I mean popular?
They're good sellers.
Okay, good.
They are. I would say right now that's some of my best-selling stuff.
Oh, what great!
I have a blackberry, a red raspberry, and
Maybe they're
just-
tired. People are tired of the grape. Maybe.
Yeah, well, the part of the culture now is everybody wants something different. Everybody wants something new. That's why craft beer is growing so rapidly because they want some and they're doing some amazing things across the country right now with craft beer.
Yes.
From the East Coast, you got your milkshake IPAs, and then you have the West Coast and all their crazy shenanigans they're doing over there, and then everybody in between that's doing crazy stuff.
Everybody has to trying to differentiate themselves, but and it's awesome. It's a winner for everybody wins there.
It's a winner for me because I have good stuff to drink.
Exactly, and it's like the consumer wins the most, and then the if you these creative, these people are they're artists, and they get to make and create something that people enjoy. There's not a lot of things I've done in my life that I can say that feel that kind of that satisfaction of being able to make something that people were like, wow, and drinking and enjoying, like looking at you like you're like something great, but I'm like, man, I just threw some of this, but to them it's just like wow, and to you too, you're happy and everything that you made it, and you get to drink it and everything, but there is something that just actually to be able to create something that people really enjoy, and then she gets to sell things that she loves and really enjoys, and then therefore she gets a little of that satisfaction as well.
drink all I can, sell the rest.
Yeah, I heard that. It's a win-win, especially if you like it. So I couldn't see myself just selling wine because I'm not a real big fan of wine.
Oh.
But I feel like wine's also a little tougher. Besides, I haven't tried those other fruit wines. But I would like to maybe one day come in here and buy some. But I feel like beer is just more accessible to palates. Like if you like certain type of palate, I feel like it's a little bit more accessible. If you like dry, there's dry beer. If you like
We're all over the place.
Yeah.
We have a full spectrum.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like if your palate somewhere, we can find a niche of beer that could fit your palate. Now, at the end of the day, you still might
go
like
through
it.
that journey. That's the problem. Is a lot of people don't want to go through that journey.
But once you find it, or once you get there, people don't, and my problem was the same thing with me, so I'm speaking from experience on this part, is I like stouts. That's it. My stouts is that I hated IPAs. I thought all IPAs suck because the majority of I don't like the hoppiness of it. But with the journey of learning it, you start expanding your palate no more because you start one direction and you're like, okay, I'm going to open it up a little bit more, and then you feel like, oh, this IPA is a juice IPA. And it's super smooth and you taste no hops.
Yep, the bitterness isn't there, and you probably love those, right?
Yeah, I love those. And then you switch from the juice IPAs, then you got the milkshake IPAs that helps with cutting the bitterness too, and they're a little less juicy, but more, then you have a bunch of your hazy IPAs, and then you start venturing off, and then you're like, okay, I can see why people like to stop.
Yeah.
But
Have you had the mango smash from Three Nations?
yes.
See, I like that one.
That was really good.
Because that mango
Helps
just
it.
cuts it, and it's so crushable. Like just not too many.
Dangerously
of them,
crushable.
Right?
Well, it's like, yeah.
Truly. I mean,
I was hanging out with Gavin on Observer Fest, and we got a little drunk.
It happens.
You know, drink a little too much of those.
Those mangoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their Oktoberfest was really good. They had there too.
Three
I love that
Nations.
too,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've got that one for sale over there. Yeah. So.
Oh, let's fly. There's on this list of things we could come here and people could buy.
Right, right.
First of all, I'm gonna do a walkthrough here so people can see what I keep looking around and eyeing. Because every time I look around one more time, I see something like, how much can I afford today?
Right? Oh, yeah.
Oh God, you come in here and you want to buy one thing, and then pretty soon you're out with
So-
3 or 4, and you're like, damn.
I just love all the people before I got open. They're just like, just take my money.
Just take it. Just take my money.
Basically, that's how I am. I have this beer app now that I'm ordering beers from across the nation, and they'll deliver
What
it
beer
here.
at?
Taver?
I shouldn't have poured myself first. I apologize.
No.
Oh,
Go ahead. You're working
I'm
hard.
just happy. I'm
No, that's not rude.
So this is Wasatch
you're like, it's my beer.
Black
Just taste it.
Lantern. It's a
Sounds
pumpkin
good.
stout. So have you had
Oh,
a
yeah.
pumpkin stout?
Yes, but not this one.
I can't get my chairs. My butt's too big for just one.
Pumpkin stout.
So last year we did all October. So October's coming right around the corner. We drank nothing but pumpkin stouts. Majority. We try our best to just drink that, and that became an event for us because it just.
Okay.
Well, then you need
We could
that
have a whole,
bourbon
like-
barrel aged pumpkin stout down there. See it?
I saw that too.
Anderson?
Yeah. I forgot about that already because I
That's
saw that
a
earlier.
really good one too.
I saw that earlier. Like,
But like I say, anytime you say bourbon barrel to me, my hand goes in the air. Yes, please.
Pumpkin.
here.
Yeah, pumpkin's one of those
Okay.
flavors that you either love it or you don't.
I do love it. I do love
Like
it. I don't love it on every style of beer. I think it has a really good niche in
Right.
stouts, but people could do whatever they want. You know, like we were just praising the variety of beers you can have here. I don't like it in ales. I don't like it in IPAs, but you know, people do. It's fair enough. This is very interesting. I gotta take a few more sips, but
I love that can too.
Sorry, I gotta keep grabbing
no,
this.
keep grabbing it. I'm doing the same thing. Grab it as much as you want.
That's what I like. That's part of the experience for me, and it has always been since I got into craft beers that, you know, just like, it's like I almost make love to the beer as I drink it.
So-
And then the can, it's like, you know, like you're sitting on the toilet and you need something to read.
That's you have your
So
cans there.
you got your drinking. So it's like, it's just part of the experience for me.
It is the full experience.
TMI.
Hey.
So the Dallas Beer Squad. I don't know if you guys ever had a chance to meet Sean from the Dallas Beer Squad. They're a bottle sharing group.
I have.
Really great guys. Him and his
Heard of
brother.
them.
Yeah, really great guys. They do a bottle share. He has a hashtag. Is hashtag put it in your mouth craft beer. But he has a routine. It is mostly joking, but it's really honestly and it's true. You look at it. You grab your can, your bottle. You look at it. You examine it. You look at the top. You ask for permission before you can open it to the can. Talk
Oh
to the
wow!
can.
So it's a whole like.
It's like a little ritual.
Yes.
And then you open it, you drink it, and then you're like, oh, you get a real great appreciation for it. And the artwork
It's
is
like-
badass. Hold on, I don't know if I can get that focused in there. But that is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
That jack-o'-lantern
It's like
artwork.
respect to the beer gods.
Yes. But it's hilarious, and I've been doing that too, because now I'm doing the same thing. I'm like, pop.
You don't need to give a little
Just a tad.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
little crest before you open it.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
So yesterday, I did. Yesterday, so we had like a little mini bottle share at my place yesterday. Only because I was lucky enough, my manager runs ultra marathons, and I've been telling the story way too much, and I feel bad for everybody who keeps watching the podcast or listening to it, and I keep saying the
Like,
same
we
shit.
know that story.
Yeah, but you guys don't know that story.
No.
But anyway, he had a bunch of friends who aged stouts, and he told us about he told them about the show, and they gave us stuff they weren't gonna try, or they had replicas of.
Okay.
Multiple, like, here, take this stuff out of my fridge, it's already full, get it out of here, and end up going to like 50 different aged stouts.
Wow.
And of course, I've been buying more stuff, so I was like, I gotta get some of this stuff out of here. I don't have a mini fridge. My fridge, I gotta have food in there, and I have no room for food.
Especially if you share that fridge with anybody, like a female or male, anybody that you live with gets really tired of you loading it full of extra beer.
Yeah.
And then, like me, I was collecting glasses.
So
It was like an addiction.
I
and then
literally-
now I have so much, and my wife's like, "You're not in college anymore."
I get that now. It's still, but I have so much glasses that I gave about 2 boxes full of glasses to my parents, and then I gave a box to my old roommate, the one that's amazing cook. And I was like, "You need glasses. Here's more glasses." And that, with that being said, I still have 3 cabinets full of glasses. Can't get rid of them.
Wow.
I even threw away 2 boxes. I'm like, I'm not even gonna unopen these.
wow.
I don't know what's in here.
I thought, yeah, I'm pretty close to that same level of craziness.
But this is a great glass.
Oh, that's not a great. That's okay glass.
I like glasses like this. Because they make me feel fancy. I'm a fancy boy.
So the chalice,
Look
or
at
like,
that one. He's got the fancy
or
one.
the chalice, or the proper pronunciation of that word, but
My 25th anniversary one from
I know you gave
Wow.
Yeah.
you gave him the fancy glass.
I had to get that out of the back room,
I have to swish and smell.
right?
So
That's where I got from drinking wine.
And I
before-
like my brewer's ball
Oh yeah.
glass. That's
yeah, that's a,
Special place in your heart.
good glass.
that's
too.
a style.
I,
If you use them too much, you end up breaking them.
I worry about
That's what I
that.
mean, because alcohol and nice glassware
But
don't
I
always
drink-
go together.
No, it does not.
I use this one every day because I do a beer of the day, and
Uh-huh.
some days I forget to, but I use this one every day. But I'm very careful with it over at the sink. 'Cause
I'm very
really-
careful, but people who tend to drop things when they come over, especially when we've been drinking. But
Yes.
what's the beer of the day today?
You know, I didn't do one today. Did I do one today? No, I didn't.
Can we do wine of the day?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's delivery day on Fridays.
day.
Fridays are busy,
That
and
sucks.
yeah, I got most. Well, I did get it put away before you got here,
Well,
but
I'm very thankful.
just barely.
So yeah, so I came
Left
early.
it all out and be like, "Hey, thanks for coming. Can
Help.
you help me out?"
I would have helped. I literally
Pre-labor.
we gotta volunteer sometimes,
There you go.
right?
Yeah, that's where
right?
I start.
Earn your keep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I worked. I went to work at 2 this morning. So
Oh God.
yeah, it was not a
So you have long days.
yeah.
I understand that.
So I was like, I left work early, and I knew if I went home, I might fall asleep, and I didn't want to fall asleep.
So alcohol doesn't help.
I got 5-hour energy in the car. I got
Okay.
tons of water right there, and
Okay, you're good to go.
and I'm only 20 minutes. I live in North Dallas. I live right off 635.
Okay, cool.
In Royal.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay.
So I'm
Pretty
like
good.
20 minutes away.
Near
Yeah,
O'Connell
bad.
then.
Yeah, I didn't realize how close I was until I did a podcast recently with them. That episode dropped already. Check it out, please. It's a great episode. That was actually one of our few very recent episodes, really in depth about hops and Plant Grove and their process and stuff like that, and the charities they work out with. So that was a really beer in depth episode, which I was really happy for. I wasn't expecting. We were just gonna shotgun a beer. That was the whole episode.
Right.
We're gonna go over there, shotgun a bunch of beers.
Who all was there?
Again,
the names. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, name. I know Sean is the sales rep from O'Collins, and
Okay.
I shotgun a beer with the owners.
Okay.
Were there.
I want to say Keith. It seems like it's a.
There's a Scott and there's a.
Oh, maybe.
I thought, and
Because
then
one of
the
them
other
delivered
one.
beer
Oh
to me
gosh.
one day.
One's a college professional pole vaulter. That's the shorter one.
Wow.
I
One of them's a lawyer.
that's the one.
Okay. Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one.
And I just went blank. I've met him.
I know I met him
a
too,
couple times,
and I was at his Oktoberfest.
nice
He
guy,
literally
yeah.
gave me a glass, and we hung out for a while. I was like, I can't believe I forgot. Anyways,
So none of us are good at names, apparently.
Yes, we
this is
learned
gonna be an
this.
episode where I'm just gonna type it in. This is the name.
The name episode where nobody remembers anybody's name ever.
This is where my co-host is my counterpart, where he's really good with names, and he does not forget.
No.
I wish I had that as a skill. I really did.
You're better off with. You don't need that. You be personable. That's who you are.
Hey, sweetie, how you? Okay.
So, what's your style of beers that you enjoy?
There's not really a style that I really dislike. There's some that I have more affinity for that I like more, but
Good answer.
It's very seasonal for me what I drink.
Oh, okay.
You know,
that makes
when
sense.
in the summertime I want something that's more crushable, easier. But I can do IPAs just about year round, depending on the style of IPA. Now I should say that we used to be able to just say IPA, and that meant IPA.
No, not anymore. We can't
And
say
IPAs, but it's evolved so much from England till now in American styles. But yeah, I can do IPAs just about any time. But yeah, when it gets the weather's changing, starts getting cooler. That's when I want my stouts. I'm not a big porter fan. I mean, I can appreciate it for what it is if it's got more body. a little bit higher alcohol. Most porters tend to be
Thinner.
lower on the ABV, thinner, more of a sessionable drink. You can drink a lot more of them. I'm more of a, like you like to say, stout fan. I'm more of like, I like that body, that silky smooth. It's more
Silky
complex
smooth,
to me.
Oh, silky smooth is a good way of saying it, because I was saying it earlier. I was like, when I was describing it, I was like, the reason why I like stouts, I just feel like they feel heavier and they have a better feel. And
They have a better mouthfeel.
Silky's a great way of explaining it.
Yeah, to me it's like drinking silk. It just smooth, goes down easy, but to me it's got more levels of flavor, more complex, and it's got a better mouthfeel, which I prefer. But that's just me.
I agree 100%.
Cool. But yeah, so there's that. But yeah, I don't know. I can appreciate all styles. I always want to try something new and distinctive. I'm just be honest. The whole tart sour.
No.
Some of them, if they're not so on the hardcore tart side,
Yeah.
like and then gozas. There's some gozas that are straight, like very tart. Salty Lady's a good one. But Martin House.
I don't like the regular. I think the Imperial one is really
Okay.
good. That Imperial one's really good.
Is it mellowed out a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe? Okay, so yeah. So that to me really, that's not something that I'm a huge fan, but at the same time, I can taste and appreciate for the style for what it is. So like, I'll still drink one, but yeah, it's not my preference. So really, there's really not a lot of beers unless there's a core fundamental flaw, and that's one of the tough things about when you start going down that road of actually brewing your beer and then brewing it on a commercial level of learning off flavors and how people judge beers. Like if you go to a competition and those distinct problems that can happen if you don't properly manage your tanks or properly handle your boil and other parts of the process can create flaws in the beer. Some people, the average person, if they're not, educated or knowledgeable about the off flavors and what to look for, then sometimes they won't catch it. They'll just drink it and be like, man, it's a little off. Doesn't taste like it should from what it's supposed to. Like the fresh beer is the best beer. We can all agree that fresh beer is the best beer.
Get it from the tank itself.
Yes.
I don't know. I've been doing it too long. I always, like, when the shows first started, I was like, I'm not going to be that type of person and look at it. I'm like, I'm not going to ever look at it. I'm just going to drink my beer and enjoy it for what it is. Now you see me, I'm like this, looking at it, color.
I do a date check. That's my problem with package. I've lost faith in packaging in a lot of places because it's so difficult to take a product that's meant for that. Okay, right when you make it, this is what we intended. Here it is. But then now it's got to go through a process of packaging, and then it goes out into the world. It's like having a kid. You sit in a college. You can't control the decisions that people around him make. You can't control.
No.
You can only try to make the best you can, put it in there, and it's going to be stored at whatever levels. It's going to change temperature 3 times.
They might keep it in the back when it gets hot.
Yes,
you don't know.
And then that will, over time, change. And if you filter it, if you didn't filter, there's flavors and things in unfiltered beer that will degrade its organic substance, that will degrade over time, which bring off flavors. So, like, the best advice I can give people, and I mean, your audience knows all this, so this is kind of probably for new drinkers.
You reiterate it as much as you can.
Yeah, check the date always on packaged beer. And it's so, I mean, because it takes a lot of money to make this stuff, so you need to charge enough, and it's not cheap. I mean, you buy a 6-pack nowadays for really good beer, you're looking 10, 12, 13, 14 bucks.
Sometimes 18, 20
and
bucks.
it's really frustrating when you get home and pop it, and it doesn't taste like you remember, or it's got a flaw because of the packaging process, or because it was stored at, out in like 112-degree heat for so many, and then like whatever happened, got banged around, the end result isn't what you had hoped. So the packaging process is something that it sucks that a lot of these breweries get judged on a packaged product, even though I get it, but
people don't know that. People judge.
People judge. I mean, we're human. It's natural, and then we all like what we like, and we like to nitpick and dissect things and stuff like that. But man, there's a lot of good breweries out there that haven't really perfected the packaging process of their business.
It's tough,
and therefore. And then the people that are grading them a lot of times aren't always the people that go to their tap room, and then they're judging and ranking their beer based on that. So, and GABF has gotten to that point, the Great American Beer Festival going on right now, is that you sending your beer so early that it almost becomes not only the quality and your recipe and how well you did, but also how well you packaged that beer, so it doesn't go bad by the time they actually open it and judge it. So
that's tough.
Wow, we got deep.
That's tough. Well, shout out to a lot of. We got Jennifer, the bearded lady, out there. Is a good friend of ours.
Awesome.
She's coming out with a new beer, a juice beer that was phenomenal. She's working with Denton County Brewery.
Okay, cool.
They're great people up there too. NTX Beer is a blogger. He's up there. He's really good people too out there, hanging out in Denver right now. So I've been following.
Oh
the
yeah,
feeds
yeah.
Been following the feeds over there.
Okay.
But my biggest thing is my part of my beer snob now is when I go because I get my growlers filled a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If I see it, I chase the beer first, and I feel like the lines are not clean. I'm like,
yeah.
you ruined me, bro. Like,
Exactly.
How am I supposed to drink this now?
I have to ask that. I have to be that asshole that says,
Like-
okay, when was the last line? When's the time you cleaned the lines? When'd you open that keg last? You know, it's
Like,
like,
how long
almost
has it
like,
been
what
sitting
batch is it? Like, I don't. It's just.
Did you know what's the
I
weirdest
think-
question I've asked is, can you go lift the keg and tell me if it's almost empty? Like, if it's at the bottom of the keg?
I don't want exactly. So it's like I almost have to put myself in check and realize that that's just part of it. At least it's gonna taste better than most of the domestic
Miller
products out
Lite.
there.
No offense. I still drink Miller Lite. I still drink
Hey man,
it.
when it's hot and you need something crushable. I mean,
Football games?
again, those styles of beers, I'm not gonna. I mean,
You're
those
not gonna
guys,
drink it?
those guys were the pioneers for beer. Like a lot of the processes we use for these craft beers would not even be here without those big companies having the resources and going and pushing the limits on the way that they brewed their beer and then packaged and things like that. So it's like, in a way, we like to, poke fun at those big domestic guys because they do. They kind of bully little guys around, but. There's a certain level of respect that you gotta have for those
Hey,
old,
when you
old
move in-
school beer.
Yeah, but-
They're the pioneers.
I
You know what I mean?
When you move millions of cans, it's
Well,
impressive.
when you mine your own aluminum, like Coors actually has aluminum mines. They make their own cans from their own
Really?
aluminum. Yes.
I did not know that.
Nor did I.
Welcome to Dallas Beer Talk, where we learn things.
We drink and we know things.
There we go.
Game of
Exactly.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that shirt the other day on when I was hanging out.
It's a great one.
I have the Game of Thrones wine.
I know, I saw it. I'd never wanted to try it, so you let me know if it's good.
It is.
Okay.
It's very good. Well, you got to know HBO is not going to play games with their.
Well, I didn't know. I just want to. I didn't want to buy it and be like,
To get
not
that
be good.
name and that label
Yeah.
on there, I'm sure they had to get it.
They are good. They are very good.
All right, I will definitely have to get it because I've seen it around a few times and it's a really good label. And I want to buy it just for the label, but I was like, sometimes I drink.
Hi there. Y'all come on in.
I drink a lot, and sometimes I just open things, and I was like, I don't want to open it and be disappointed.
Yes, exactly. I think that's how
Oh, yeah.
everybody agrees. That's the frustrating part sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's the journey. That's the adventure. Sometimes you don't get
That's true.
what you hoped you would get.
No,
Maybe.
sometimes-
I don't know.
it is
Trying to
what it
spin
is.
it in the most positive way.
I like it. I like the effort. I like the effort, but you gave up. You didn't go follow through.
I know. I kind of lost.
You're like,
my
it's
my
a-
brakes went out on that one. I lost
Yeah.
control.
So,
Yeah.
for me, and looking at this, and I'm also a dumb person. Not
We all have a part of our.
it's dumb. I look at packaging. So I'm looking around. And I can see what I enjoy from packaging. Like, so perfect example right behind you. I was looking at you, but then what caught my eye is not
The
St.
labels?
Arnold's.
You talking about labels?
Yeah, the labels
Oh.
for cans and what makes it appealing, right? St. Arnold's, they did a lot of colors to try to catch you, right?
Mhm.
That didn't catch my eye. There's one right next to one that says Austin, and it's a simple logo compared to everything else, but the way it's set up.
Pegasus?
Now, the
Pegasus City?
Independence Brewing.
Independent Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid amber. That's probably their biggest.
So this caught my attention, and I was gonna say for you guys, do you pay attention to like when you walk into places, stuff like this grab your eye? Because it grabs my attention a lot. Like this, you see the old school lights on it.
Mhm.
It has the old school, it
Yeah.
has the double lights in it, and
Yep.
it reminds me of like the old school movie. I'm from New York City, so we had
Yep.
some of these lights still up. So it reminds me of home. Reminds
Yep.
me of like old movies. So I just caught my attention. Okay, I'm also a big movie buff, so I was like, yeah, that grabbed my eyes and my attention. I was like, I like that a lot.
Yeah, a lot of
Hopefully, I'll get in the
Thank you.
Oklahoma Sucks ones that they do.
Hey,
That are you know?
I'm from Oklahoma and I went to the University of Oklahoma, so I'm a Sooner.
I'm hoping to get their cans though.
It's okay. I'm sure there's another beer down in Oklahoma that's eventually gonna have Texas Sucks.
Tommy brews the.
Oh yeah, Philadelphia, the Eagles Tears. Yeah.
Yeah, so apparently Jennifer had to drink that beer when they played the Eagles and the Cowboys last year.
That's a ghost. That
Yeah.
was pretty tart.
She had to drink that, the Dallas Sub beer
Yeah.
that they made.
Oh, the Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
There's a place out of Philly that did that. so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what happened. She posted the Eagle Tears because when they dropped it last year, and she was super excited. And then someone challenged her to the games. Like, I bet you if they lose, if the Cowboys win, I'll drink Eagles Tears.
Yeah.
If the Cowboys lose, you drink Dallas sucks. And
Oh,
that's
that's
what
cool.
happened. She lost and had to chug it.
Ah,
So
Yeah,
she kept
that's
the word.
fun.
Yeah,
It's fun,
so
that was genius.
obviously,
Marketing.
It was genius marketing,
Yes.
and
There he is.
everybody got free marketing. What's going on, man?
There's Tommy Miller.
Victor,
Nice to meet you.
Tommy Miller, nice to meet you, man.
Dallas Beer Talk. You're live.
Yeah, come on in.
Well, I don't know if it's live, but we're being recorded.
We used to do live. I still do live on different events. This is gonna record so I can edit some things out. Like I say stupid things. Like
Hey,
I've
said a lot of stupid things.
I bash on tap a lot. So I'm a big anti like Google and Yelp review person. Like don't review it. If you review it for your own personal taste palette, for your private thing, fine.
we could talk a lot about that. But
I hate Untapped. I hate Yelp reviews because my palate's not your palate, and what I like
right,
is not
it's
what
very
you like.
subjective, right?
So why are you trying to taint what I like?
Well, I get what bugs me is people that hate IPAs. Order IPA so they can have another beer on their deal, and then they're like, "Oh, this sucks," and then they say, "I hate IPAs," and give you like 1 star, which affects your overall rating. It's
Yeah.
like if you don't even like the style,
Why you
don't
drinking
rate
it?
it. Don't rate it. Don't rate it.
Don't make your stuff prior so you just look at your own list. Look at your own list. Like I've had that beer. Oh, I didn't like it then.
Respect the style.
Maybe I could go back and try it again a couple years later, or the next variant the next year, and then try it again. Maybe you might have a different feeling for it. Or it might be the same. We don't know. But don't fucking make it public. That's my problem. Rate the beers. That's fine. And I like the rating system on the aspect of it gives you something metric for the business, right? Maybe something's really hitting in the community, and besides people coming here, so you might see it online. And
Right, so I'm gonna go try that.
So it's a good metric for people, but I just hate the whole process of like a Yelp review. You look at something like, oh, this restaurant's a 2-star because something minute bothered me the way it looked, but nothing about the food. Nothing about the food.
Right.
I hate that.
I think it's more beneficial. Well, I don't even look at
thank you, man.
like a lot of the beers we distribute, but the tap room, because people are coming there that know who we are and
at least
like
get to
our
talk to you.
beers. So when you kind of have your fans, a lot of them, at least the ones I know that I can see that are in tap room, they'll like tell you when they don't like something, or you can see them going a little lower, and you're like, okay, I can see
That's
that.
a conversation though. Fuck
Then you
come
get
in.
it. But it's like,
Don't go
you do get
bash
a lot
it.
of people that come into tap rooms too, like on a Saturday, and just like 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, like everything. And for some weird reason,
those
I've
guys.
seen it in like some of the best breweries I've ever been in. You just go in, you'll see a group of them just like shit on all their beers. I'm like,
Why would you
man,
do
we're
that? Why
really
would
good.
you support? It's a small business, a small.
And then
brewery,
try to shit on-
and then you
I-
shit on them. It's like
I'm a big fan of shitting on things, and I'm
a big fan of shit thing.
I do enjoy talking shit, but it's a difference though for me. I will say something. Also, will say if I didn't like it to you,
No.
and I'm not gonna sit in and be like, I don't like you and I don't like your style. I'm just gonna be like, I don't like this. I think maybe
It's your opinion.
yeah.
You're entitled
But
to
I'm
it.
not saying this place sucks because this beer sucks and the way it looks sucks. No,
Yeah.
I can't speak on that. But I'm gonna tell you I'll tell you my opinion,
Right.
and I do enjoy shitting on things. I really do. It's an odd enjoyment of tearing, especially to my friends. Oh, I do it with my friends all the time. Like if we were friends and you made like a brand new beer, and I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's-
I mean, I do that with all my buddies that are brewers. Like, I'll tell
Be
them, I'll be
honest.
like, man, I don't like this shit.
It's like you need to go. Did you check this? Like, do you quality control this?
Right. The one thing that bothers me is that some people they'll come in and they're like, if they don't know what it took and did to get it there, and they don't really understand
process.
the process, nor understand the challenges and everything like that, but then come in and just completely.
That's what.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, okay, dude, all right, you got to understand this. These are things you got to consider. There's more to the story, and
And
it's
sometimes you do a whole bunch of shit and it just doesn't come out the way you want it to, and you're like, fuck, and then you just
it sucks.
accept it.
Well, it's like an artist. When you're doing it, you're an
Yeah.
artist. Once you throw it out there, it's like you got to have thick skin because
Yeah.
people are gonna freaking tear you up. Or they're
Or
gonna,
you're cooking the
it's
recipe.
like a quarterback, man. When it kills it, when you kill it, you get all the credit in the world. But when it sucks,
You
get
wouldn't
way
Eli
more.
Manning.
You get way more of the
You
criticism than maybe you
So you
deserve.
get a little left in there. You
Ah,
wanna-
let's mix that
you
in
wanna
it.
rinse and
Nah, I'll
you
drink
can
it.
pour in
Yeah,
there.
exactly. It's a
I'll
blend.
rinse with beer. That's what I
There
do.
you go.
Thank you, ma'am. No, so you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that.
Oh,
The
sure.
more I learn about the podcast, I'm learning about beer. So my whole journey is about learning about craft beer. When I first started, I would tell yes or no I liked it.
Yeah.
But as you learn the journey of what it takes to make a beer, and the thought process behind the people you meet. You know, sometimes they make a recipe and they really come out from good intention. Like I've done similar styles or something similar, and I'm gonna try this out for this base beer and see what happens. Sometimes it doesn't fucking work.
Oh
It doesn't
yeah,
work.
sometimes it doesn't, and that's just it. You gotta take it on the chin.
Like for until probably about 5 months ago, our brew house, our 15-barrel brew house, that was our small batch system. Like we just throw out beers. You know, like Noble, we've thrown out tons of beers. Yeah, I think we're close to 40 this year, and a lot of those beers came from last year of us just brewing it, just we thought of something. Two
Try
weeks
it.
later, we're brewing it, and just come up with it and see how it goes. Throw it out to the market and see what happens. And the ones that people like, we brewed again this year, and the ones that didn't, you know, we kind of either dropped them or changed them, and we're like, let's go try it again. Boom, here we go. And when you have a smaller brewery, that's what Weld works. They're the same way.
But
A lot of breweries like that are well, you got to spend a lot of money too, but
It's money.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
All this
that's why
costs money.
you wanted those
You
little
didn't
pilot
voice it.
batches that are
Yeah.
cheaper. Test it, like yeah, this is gonna kill it. Then you scale it up, but
But this is the thing about it. So, even though I say I like shit on things, the more you know about something, the more you respect the process. I may still not like something, and that's okay. You don't have to like everything.
yeah.
But two things: you got to tell the person
Yeah.
if you get a chance to. If you're local, go tell the brewers like, "Hey, I tried this beer. I wasn't a big fan of it. Was it canned? Maybe it's older. Like maybe
yeah,
you know,
or maybe I just not my style.
And second thing, let
Yeah.
people try things. That's how you get great beers. Noble Ray's come out with some killer stuff, so you got to try some things that may not work. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
I mean, we've had plenty.
I'm
of
assuming you work at
instances
Noble Ray, yeah.
I'm the head brewer at Noble
Oh
Ray, yeah.
shit, heard that?
Yeah. So we've had plenty of misses, and we're celebrating 3 years next Saturday. We've had plenty of misses for sure. Every brewery has, and it's like, I think I think it takes like 3 years to find your pace really of what Noble's doing, because we're kind of a weird brewery. I mean, we're just throwing out crazy shit all the time. And
There's nothing wrong with Martin House throwing out some crazy shit
Yeah.
the last 2
Yeah,
years.
I mean, a lot of people
They swing and miss
compared
too. I mean,
like
but
not
they also
of course
hit
not
it.
styles to
You guys
my
are
house,
doing
they're definitely
completely different styles,
Yeah,
right.
but the way our outlook on brewing, I guess, our people compared that we're like the Martin House of Dallas as far as like
I would
we're
definitely
just trying different stuff all the time and
definitely say that.
we do lots of kettle sours, lots of fruited stuff. We haven't got into the barreling, so our space just isn't really big enough.
It's
for
really
super
small.
barrel.
I didn't realize how you did everything in that spot.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
I didn't realize that. So anyway, if you ever want to do a podcast over there, we literally down the street from me. We'll come over and hang out.
Oh,
with you. I really love
definitely.
your brewery. Is one of my favorite places. First, the artwork's number one. I love it. Number two, you have an arcade little thing over there that I kick ass on the fighting games.
Hey, they had a tournament.
Yeah, we had
I was
Street
working.
Fighter
Oh, yeah,
tournament.
work.
Yeah, see, I see. Unfortunately, one day this will be my full-time job, but at the moment, I have a job to feed myself and my dog.
No,
Yeah. We
kind
hear
of
you.
the
That's really-
hidden treasure, I think, of like our tap room. It's like the people I know about it hang out there. They love it. We built the tap room for just hang out. We do like open mic nights on.
I was
Thursday
there. I work
nights.
at Children's,
Oh, cool. Yeah.
so I'm
awesome.
literally down the street from you guys.
Yeah. You get. I think you get a discount too. I'm not even sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But.
I'm gonna come up there. I told
Tommy
him.
said. Tommy said.
I got.
This is it.
I'm having it on camera. I was like, here's the video.
Here's the evidence.
There's my badge. Where's my discount?
Yeah, I mean, live music. We do all, and it's we're in such a weird location in the industrial kind of area.
But that gives you the freedom to do the things you do. I like it
Yeah,
though.
but it's a small spot, but yeah, man, it's fun brewing the way. I think that's what we're looking to do when we open our places is even as a smaller system and throw even more beers out.
But again, you don't have to like everything. But
Yeah.
I like the process of I'm gonna throw shit on the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, it'll be thought out shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely
but-
thought out, and you're learning.
But
from
that's
every-
a-
You
Isn't
learn,
that a
like you shoot
one-on-one
over here and be
analogy?
like,
Yeah.
this one was a little more of that, and then no, let's hit here, and then you dial it in.
It's not a one-on-one analogy. I'm not saying he's gonna just.
No, I know. I wasn't saying. I'm just.
So I'm gonna throw 90
One of the
pounds of hops.
prep We just throw a bunch of shit in the kettle, boil it. You
And I
know.
think in today's market too, it's hard to like have, your start out like we did. I think we started out with like a red ale, wheat beer,
Basic.
brown. Didn't even have an IPA for a long time. Just like these core styles that you start with, it's hard to start that way now because they're all a lot of breweries doing so many different styles.
It's so tough. I feel bad for some brewers because some people just want to. They want to build a good start, a good foundation, right? Before they throw some of their creative stuff out there. But the market, it doesn't.
Yeah.
They
No,
don't
you
allow
can't-
it anymore.
no,
They don't
no.
allow it.
Nobody's going around going, ooh, let's go find a good pale ale.
Like they don't. For 4 bullets, I really
I
like
do.
4 bullets.
Oh, I
And,
like it.
Yeah, I love football.
yeah, I like them
These
a lot.
guys are cool people.
Yeah.
Too. I like the brewer over there.
But they got good core styles, you know. But no one goes to them because they wasn't trying crazy stuff for a while.
They got a really good ESB, which is a style.
I haven't tried it.
Their bitters are really good. They're English, so it's they
have really
kind of
good
know their
English
style.
beers.
Like, every time I go to their brewery, my wife does a lot of. She's a chef. She does like pop up fish and chips and stuff there.
Nice.
And, just good. That's what I drink all the time. Community used to have a really good.
Oh, it's their community ale. Or public ale, that's what it was. Public ale.
Like that style. When I lived in England, that was what I drank all the time. And
So that's the.
come over here now, it's like everyone puts one out. I'm like, damn, this is good. And then 3 months later, you're like, we're discontinuing this.
Because
no one bought it.
Nobody bought it.
No one bought it. And you're like, damn, man. No, I mean, there's like 3-4 styles you can really brew right now and make consistent money with.
It's just tough. I just, you know, I enjoy a foundation, but this the problem. It's a good problem, right? The market is growing so rapidly. There's so much competition, right? That it builds for great flavors. Give people to be creative because the market's so growing rapidly and it's so big and so competitive that you got to stick out. You got to stick out, right? That's fair enough. But the problem with that too is when you got people who make really good core beers, no one's going checking out for their core beers. You got a traditional IPA, you got a traditional pale ale, you got a traditional lager.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a few of those, you know, that don't, for those gateway, I call them gateway beers. For people
The gateway
that aren't-
drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Who-
that aren't
definitely have them on
core.
your tap room,
Yeah,
for
like
sure. Like,
who
at
does
least
that
just
one-
something that comes in, like, because there's 1 or 2 people out of that group that comes in that doesn't want anything crazy and they need something that's more familiar to
I
their
mean,
palate.
Six and Canoes are our gateway. It's our number
It's a
one.
really good one.
seller here,
Like
and
Pilsner.
it's,
I would have said the tropical fighter, the tropical combat fighter.
it's
really good.
But it's
a really good beer.
Yeah, thank you. But we only brewed 60 barrels of that.
Yub Nub is delicious. That is one of my favorite beers you
that's
guys
coming
make.
back.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
you
that
just
beer.
package
Next
that,
week we're
right?
doing releasing blueberry yum nub for our 3rd year anniversary. Bridesmaids tier has always been a big hitter with us.
I'm not a
It's
big fan of that one.
um,
I'm not a big sour fan, and I'm not a
Yeah.
big Goza fan. But I'll drink it. I drink them all. You guys came out with a coffee beans last year that you sold, and I never
coffee
saw.
and caramel.
Yeah, no, you had a,
Oh, yeah,
bag
our
of
own
beans.
coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
had, but I haven't seen it again.
No, it's just, and we're not in the coffee business. It just got a little like.
I make coffee all day at work. It was a perfect thing. Like I left work, got a new bag, left it in my car, went to work, had a bag of beans.
No.
There you go. Yeah. No. I
Yeah,
got
it's good.
actually.
We
Yeah.
tried it, but it was. I mean, I think if Noble once it gets bigger in a few years, then doing stuff like that. We just had a connection with the people who made the coffee 5 a.m. drip for Yubnub. They do all the coffee for Yubnub, and
Okay.
came in and we chose like 30 different coffees, and we tried them all to see what the best coffee for that beer was, and we're like, hey, we could do a Noble Rate coffee too, and we did it for a while. It was pretty much like cutting even. We're like, okay, let's concentrate on beer more. And then
Fair enough. I'm probably one of the few people went in there. I was like, I'll take Crowlers to go, and I'll take that bag of beans. Thank you.
We had a few people that did. It wasn't worth keeping up with.
It's fair enough. It's a definitely niche market.
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
If we could have got into like supermarkets and did all that kind of stuff, then yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
True. Very true. But I will have a funny story, and I've been waiting to tell you guys personally this story. So you guys had a peanut butter beer or peanut butter something beer you guys came out with? Brampus.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. So our first brewery we ever had on was Manhattan Projects.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, second, because it was Penny Colas, then Manhattan Projects. Anyway, I would go to Manhattan Projects. I'm like, I've been waiting to talk to you guys because you have a really good peanut butter beer. And the guy sitting there let me tell the whole story how I love that beer. They're like, so mind you, my two co-hosts also said the same thing.
No.
To me, because we both all loved it, we thought it was Manhattan Project, but they looked it up without telling me. So they knew that Manhattan Project didn't make it. So I'm telling him the story in the beginning of the show. Besides, I just got his name wrong too.
Sounds like something I do.
And he's sitting there, he's like, man, that sounds great, but that's not my beer. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna shut the fuck up for the rest of this podcast. My co-host sitting there and they're like, yeah, we knew that. We should have told you. I'm like, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I get I love Salty Lady a lot. I get that a lot. Just because they know we do sours and they see Noble Ray, and I don't know what it is at that, and I'm like, No, man, we
Smart
don't
house.
make that. It's a great beer.
It's a solid beer, but we don't make. I appreciate it though.
We make Eagle Tears. That's the goes we make. Yeah.
Yeah, you like Gozes? Here, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Try
we
this
got
one.
We got one coming out next week. 2 weeks. Eagle Tears.
Fair enough. You got to beat them this year. I'm a Giants fan, so can you just like make a stout saying?
He's in New York City.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna do a sour apple beer.
This guy's a huge Cowboy fan. So, y'all want to fight?
We were gonna do. We were gonna do.
He's
like
pretty
a
stocky. I
whole-
don't think I can take him.
We were gonna do a whole series of like going against every team after the whole Eagles thing, and
Yeah.
we're like,
That would have been great.
yeah, it would have been fun. It was just we don't have the capacity for it right now, but
So
pretty good.
can we get like Eli's old line sucks? Something like, can we get like a stout for that?
I mean, if we do one, the label's definitely gonna be the Eli face from the last game where he's like getting up, he's like, just have that over and over and over again.
That's fair enough. Man, the O line is horrible. It's horrible.
It's bad.
We got a great running guy. We got one of the better
Oh, yeah,
receivers in the
you
league,
got
and we can't get them to do anything.
Yeah.
He can't get a hold to run through.
I'm wondering if y'all would have done better with a quarterback in the draft.
It doesn't matter who we'd have. We don't want to hurt a kid
that
because
line.
that line.
Yeah, that line would have crushed his.
I like to think this Dallas D line's that good, but
No.
I think that O line's just that bad.
The O line was just that bad. We could find out in a couple of weeks if your D line's that good.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: I've been yelling for years that they need to draft O line. But they've been drafting receivers in the first couple of rounds. They've been drafting running backs. They've been drafting tight ends, defensive players, which is fine. We do need all those things.
Right.
But Eli can't move from the
Yeah,
pocket.
nothing can happen if you don't have time to do anything.
And they've been so ever since they let Coughlin go. They've been in such a rut because they don't trust the guy to come in there. So I don't know if it's the front office that's undermining the coaching, and the last coach was just fucking horrible.
Well, that was crazy.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't understand. Like it's obvious. I'm not a football guy. These people who are professional football playmakers and analyze this stuff. You know your O line sucks.
Yeah.
Like, can you not draft that? So there has to be something in the background that's fucking hindering that. I like what the Cowboys did 8 years ago. You know what? They bit the bullet. They tried to get some big names during the free agency. They didn't pan out. But you know what they did in draft? They did very boring drafts. They're like, okay, we're gonna get an O-line. We're gonna get
Oh, yeah,
D-line,
there's O-line,
D-line,
D-line.
tight end here maybe. We might get a receiver later in the draft. We might get a running back later in the draft. We'll try some things. But we're gonna do free agents for big picks, and then we're gonna focus on the foundation. You know what happened? Build the best O-line. You gave a shitty running back a good career. What happened to that running back once he left the Cowboys O-line?
Hey,
It's
man.
bad.
Talking about Murray?
Yeah. What happened to him?
That poor dude.
He was great in college.
He got a big ass contract though. So.
He did because you made a bad running back look great,
Yeah.
and he got paid thanks to you guys.
We were talking about that with the Patriots, like all the wide receivers that leave is garbage because they got out of that system. Like
Yeah.
the system's
Oh, yeah,
not
it's
right.
just Belichick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at who's the only other quarterback that does well? Doesn't Alex Smith come from the New England? Alex Smith.
Alex Smith? No, he was San Francisco.
He was San Francisco. I feel like anyway. We got again another segue away from beers.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this beers. Any particular styles that you enjoy? And get back in here. You've been running away.
Yeah. So I gotta get out of here.
You gotta go? Okay.
Yeah. Well, we've been doing this for a while. What I want to say is, we've been doing this for almost an hour and 50 minutes. So
Time flies, man, when you have fun.
It
right?
is. So I want to say thank you guys for joining us today. It's been a great episode. I learned a lot. I will harass you about hanging out with you. I will keep you guys posted.
Well, yeah,
When you guys start moving process, and I gotta harass you so we can do this again. And maybe you actually said that we got to do it when you're not here, so you can sit down and drink with us.
Right? We
Yeah,
might
when you
have to
have-
do it in a
you got backup.
different venue or something.
Yeah,
where we
so you can
actually,
relax.
instead of just taste.
And you
Well,
can
hopefully
relax.
we'll
I
have
need you to relax.
Yeah.
You got to work, which is fine, and I'm all fine. And I'm about to work some more when we're done here, so I can buy some stuff. But I want to say I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna follow up with you guys. I'm excited for you guys and your process moving forward. I'm excited for this is a beautiful place, by the way.
Thank you.
I love it. So thank you guys for watching. Everybody have a great weekend. Be careful. Be safe. Peace.
Cheers.